I don't have the road lights on, even though they're really pretty, because they're hot. So the lights that go all around the room, it's probably nice to be hot just to have some pretty. Yeah.
Hello, homo! Welcome to the first weekly Queer Mic here at the Dow Comedy Studio! Yay! I am your host and MC for the evening, our Cantor. Yeah! You all heard the spiel when we came in. You get a 5-minute mic, you get the light score. If you see the light go on, give us a nod. And when you see the light go on again, you've gone on too long. And we do have the policy at the Dow of no rape jokes, try to punch up or across, and laugh at each other's jokes. You've all been at the mics where they're perfectly fucking silent, and that's not fun for literally anyone. If you haven't been to the Dow, we've got so many awesome activities. I sound like a camp counselor. There's so many awesome activities planned. We're gonna make a God's eye. We're gonna tell you to fuck yourself. It's amazing. But no, we have a women's only mic on Mondays, which is utterly fantastic, and we have a regularly scheduled no ifs, ands, or buts mics on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and the Star Spangled Show on Saturdays at 8 o'clock. We also offer a depression support group for comedians dealing with mental illness. The next meeting there will be August 12th. And yeah, I think that about covers it. Without any further ado, let's get started. On deck is Trip
First of
Kennedy.
all, can we say thank you, Kate Cantor?
Yay! Kate Cantor! Her name is Kate!
Oliver. Anyway, so on deck is Trip Kennedy, but right now, my best friend and roommate, he drove me here, Joaquin Martinez.
Hi there. So a little about me. I had a relationship end a couple of months ago, so I'm pretty freshly single for the first time in about 4 years. And really, it's not that bad. Like the biggest struggle I'm having right now is I'm finding it is much harder to get dick now than it was when I was in college. Basically, my entire circle right now is my coworkers and other comics. Being a comedian myself, obviously, I know that it's a fuck one. So right now, I'm trying to sleep with my coworker, and it is not going as well as I had hoped. So this guy is newly out as bisexual, but after living as a straight man for about 28 years, he's too dumb to realize when I'm flirting with him. It sucks, because this guy's like hot. I mean, like he looks like Thor, but with kind of like a dad belly, like so cute. And he's really sweet and funny. He loves to talk about movies and books and feminism, but not in like a fuckboy way. But you ever have that like double-edged sword of a rapport with someone where it's like the conversation is great, it's always fun and stimulating, but you just kind of want them to shut the fuck up once in a while? Like, I'm happy to endure like a 3-hour in-depth analysis of the works of Stanley Kubrick, analyzed through a feminist lens. I just don't want to deal with that while you're inside me. Like, I don't know. He's great. It's great. I understand, like, okay, this is something he wants to talk about, and I agree with him. Like, yeah, Kubrick was a genius and a visionary, but he was a fucking monster. He abused and terrorized his stars just to get a decent take. He's partially responsible for how fucked up poor Shelley Duvall is right now. I think it's important to have these conversations as a society, as an industry. We need to learn how to do better and not let people get away with this shit. But sometimes you just need a guy to smack you in the face with his junk and leave. I work retail because everything else in my life is garbage. I might as well take the whole 9 inches. So I work at, like, it's a major retail store in beautiful West Hollywood, so we have a pretty cunty clientele. I don't want to be racist or anything, but like, the white ones are the worst, let's be honest. Every day it's like some vapid blonde in jean shorts and Ugg boots questioning my knowledge. Like, are you sure the fashion tape's gonna be like there? Like, I don't know, it just doesn't really seem like that's where it would be. I don't fucking know then, Stacey. I've only wasted my fucking 20s here. If I'm gonna be really honest, the worst ones are always the white men. You know, it's like, despite being born right at the fucking top, they've always got something to prove. Helping this ugly little booger just the other day. Like, are these shirts the same price as these over here? Like, I don't know. I guess I can check for you. You know that like customer service voice you do to convince strangers you have a will to live? Pull out my little hand scanner, doing the job. Well, because that girl over there told me that these are a different price, so like, I don't know. Like, you guys just aren't very good at your job. Okay, well. First of all, if you already knew the price, why are you asking me, you pedantic little turd? Like, this kind of attitude is why you're shopping alone on a fucking Saturday in your sad little give up on life Fruit of the Loom sweatpants, you gutter troll. And second, I am overworked, underpaid, and twice your fucking size. Why do you think it's a good idea to piss me off? Okay, so I like to think that someday I'm going to make it out of there. I'm going to make it somewhere in show business. That's why most of us are here. You know, we become artists because we want to create something new. We want to touch people's lives and be remembered long after we're gone. Leave a mark, leave a legacy or something. I mean, for me, it's mostly because I'm desperately seeking approval, but some of the other shit too. I do get the distinct feeling that I will make history, just not in the way that I want to. I just have this vision that, like, 5,000 years from now, because let's not pretend humanity will exist in the next 50, some alien archaeologists will be excavating the ruins of what they believe to be a place of worship. They'll have their own little, like, history documentaries, like, these temples saw thousands of visitors each day, all bringing monetary offerings to their god Tarjay, in exchange for vital goods such as food, clothing, and yoga mats. In fact, their followers were so devoted that these temples stayed open 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on major holidays when the monks and druids that served Tarjay would rather be with their families. In fact, when the final nuclear strike hit that decimated their species, many of these service people were stuck inside the building and became nearly perfectly preserved due to the industrial air conditioning and many layers of lead paint. And I like to imagine that in that dusty little corner of the menswear department, they'll find me, my dry, mummified husk, hunched over a service cart with my little hand scanner permanently fused to my palm. Such is my legacy. Thank you.
Okay, on deck is Chase, but right now, give it up for Trip Kennedy!
Yay! Yay! I knew. I did. I always knew. I did. I knew. And you know I knew, because I knew. I knew just how gay I was all the way back to when I was a sperm. And let me tell you something, the other sperm knew it too. Because I was having such a great time as a sperm. I loved everything about it. I did. I loved being a sperm. I liked our wrestling matches. I liked their dance. I liked the sperm dance. Love that. I still do it. I loved it so much that the other sperm, my bros, made me activity director. I love that. Guys, look! There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Swim race! Okay, whoever comes in first wins. I win. Where's everybody? Guys, where'd you go? Where'd all all my bros go? Oh, I'll find them. I'll find them. I'll spend the rest of my life looking for them. Everywhere I will look for them. I will leave no stone unturned, but I will find my sperm. I will. I'm gonna find you guys. I am. I'll find you. Hope I don't find you in church. That'd be kind of creepy. Meet me in 12 years at summer camp in the nature den with the music counselor. And now that'd be good. Wow, so what do you know? It's big in here, huh? Lonely at the top. Wow. Great. Jesus, what a mess. I mean, it's roomy, but God, whoever was in here before me, animals. Jesus Christ, and how many of them were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That must be twins. 8, 9. Oh no! Oh no! No! God damn it! I'm Irish Catholic. And apparently I'm number 10, so I'm never gonna eat. That'll be great. Oh, and then they'll figure out I'm gay, try to turn me into either a priest or a poet. Either way, I'm gonna be a drunk. I've got to come out of the closet early. I've got to hit the ground running. They have to know to begin with. But I don't have any arms or legs. There's got to be a way. When suddenly, my mother experienced all sorts of cravings. Cravings for things that she had never wanted. Like Broadway musical, original cast albums. I would make my presence known. I had a couple of months to clean up the mess, but my presence was first seen at my mother's sonogram. I had given her what the radiologist called the ultimate uterus makeover. I wanted something a little more feng shui, but something that said me, like mid-century modern. I like that. Their suspicions of my imminent gayness, however, were confirmed when my mother's water broke and they found glitter. And because it was a Sunday, mimosa. I will tell you this, when you are half Navajo and half Irish in Flatbush in 1964, and you are born among a puddle of glitter and mimosa, you will know hatred at an early age. I have never understood hatred, I still don't. It boggles my mind. It's the mixed messages about hatred. I hate you, faggot, 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 cocksucker, cocksucker, faggots are cocksuckers, cocksuckers are faggots, faggot, faggot, die, faggot, die, die, faggot, die, faggots are cocksuckers. Suck my cock. What? It boggles my mind. Have you talked about this with the missus? Because I don't want any more surprise parties. It's always the bullies that have the most to hide, right? It's always the bullies that scream too loud. There's a reason why the same guy with the same sign shows up at every single gay pride parade. I know why he's there, because he's got a front row seat. That's why. Bully, I remember I ran into my high school bully recently at the Eagle. Warren Gimberly. And when I saw him in a gay bar, it was the exact same feeling I had when I found out that the Republicans are in bed with the Russians. It was like, Oh, well, that explains everything. But my name was not Trip Kennedy in high school, so Warren did not know who I was. And I took him home. I didn't tell him till the next day. I will tell you this. You will know justice when you have fucked your bully. And justice is slow and hard and unforgiving and will be served and is delicious. Thank you.
Woo! I think when the sperm that will become half of me pierced my mother's ovum, that was the last time I was ever first to anything. Okay, so on deck we have Happy Bernie, but right now give it up for Chase.
Hello, hello. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Kate. How's it going? I can finally talk about all the stuff that the straight guys don't laugh at other open mics. This is my... I don't get straight men. It's like, pick one hobby that's not sports. That's the only thing we know about. It's the only discerning quality we know is that you like sports. And also, why do you have to yell at me while you're talking about it? I can hear you perfectly fine. Okay, speaking of sports, I was on a gay kickball team. Okay, so everyone here has been on a gay kickball team. If not, you probably are wondering the same question my dad has, which is, do you have to call it your gay kickball team? And yes, you do. Because there is a huge difference between regular kickball, wherever that exists in the world, and gay kickball. Gay kickball, the level of athleticism is, the bar is dropped so low. It's like when you go to a concert and the singer is like, now you sing, right? Because the feeling I'm trying to capture there is, when that happens, you always get somebody who knows the words, but it's not really the real thing, right? It's just not what you're used to. Every once in a while, you get someone who's good, very surprising. But if I wanted to, I didn't come here to listen to a grown man skrelt that's screaming and belting. Lucky by Britney Spears, I came to play kickball. Gay kickball. That's much easier. My main observation from that was that hunky boys, cute shirtless boys, always lose. They're just there to stand, and they're always foreign. I don't know. I don't know where they're getting these men from, but ugly boys win because they're there to play. Me, I'm just there for fun. It's hard being gay. It's not hard to be gay, decide you're gay, find out you're gay. It's hard being gay. There are so many rules now. Okay, I saw this on Twitter. Supposedly it's gay to not know how to drive a car. So it makes me a bad gay for living in LA and being proactive as a teenager. It doesn't make you gay not to have a license. It makes you lazy. Having your mom drive you around is not cute. That's why I got my license at 15 and a half. Thank you very much. I do drive the gayest car, a Mini Cooper. But I feel like, I don't know what I feel because I forgot the next part of this joke. There's so many rules. I wish it was back to the times where it was more cut and dry on what was gay and what's not gay. Like getting a boner in the locker room after swim practice, gay. Googling straight men normal to watch gay porn, that's also gay. If you thought Hairspray was fun, not gay. Great movie. Hairspray is a great movie. It doesn't make it gay. Just John Travolta, gay. What do the Scientologists know? That they're keeping him hostage, right? We all know that he's gay. What's worse than being gay for him? Probably having people know that he loves musicals. Oh man. It's fun to be gay, I guess. It's hard. You always have to look cute. Thank you. You have to you can't use dating apps. You can. It's very gay to be on a dating app, but it's not gay to be successful at a dating app. It's only gay to be like, everyone is annoying and always complaining about it. I'm not on dating apps. I feel like, fuck those, right? You just have to, it makes it a lot harder though, being out in the world, because your gay senses have to be heightened. Like, my gaydar is beeping off the chart all the time. I can walk into a room and be like, that guy's gay. All right, let's have a conversation. Or just stare at each other and have some awkward sexual tension for a minute and a half. It's just like, I don't know. It's, where are you supposed to find anybody, right? It's easy on the go. I do it in my car. I'll just make eye contact with someone sitting next to me and lip sync Shaka Khan. They really like that. They really like when you're like, I feel for you. I think I love you. People love when you stare at them. If you're in the car and you see a cute boy on a bike, hit him. What a meet cute, right? LA's crazy. If you, the hardest thing about, always looking is when you see someone really far away. Because one, how do you catch up to them? Like, I'm not gonna sprint and then pretend like I wasn't running, which is something I have tried. I saw like a guy across the street on the walk and I was like, fast walking. And then and then, I don't know, also, the thing about seeing cute boys from far away is 90% of the time, just a skinny lesbian. They're cute though, just not for me down there, I've been thinking a lot. This is the not gay portion. I've been moving. I'm in the middle of moving, which is the longer way of saying I'm moving. But I've been thinking about moving so much. Everything I'm thinking is, where am I going to put this? Thinking, where am I going to do this? Thinking, like, I was just standing in my room thinking, look at all this junk. It's all neglected. And then I was thinking, what if all of this junk had emotion? And then I was thinking, wow, that edible really kicked in. Okay, I'm Chase. Thanks so much.
The nice thing about being bisexual is that when a cute boy turns out to be a cute lesbian, it's like finding the All right, on deck is me, and now is Kathy Burney! Yeah! Woo! Oh my goodness. Hey, I've already messed up. Oh my god. Hi. I haven't done stand-up in a few months, and I'm scared of you. I have a similar chase. I don't, where are you? Hi. I only see boys who are gay men and think they're lesbians, and it's ruining my dating life. I don't even know anymore. I only have gay men in my life. I ran out of things to talk about on stage when, did you guys see Cher kiss Meryl Streep? Did anyone see that? I stopped being funny that day because the actual only thing I can think about is Cher kissing Meryl Streep. I don't have the capacity to care about anything else. It's so deeply embedded in my soul at this point. I'm like, oh, okay, that's all I really want to know is, are they gonna do it again?
Can it be a mom at 3? Is that happening? So that's why I haven't been up in a minute. I was also, I was going through a breakup. But like it's fine because I'm in like 20 breakups a year and I've dated like one person. Like I don't know how it happens, but I'm always in a breakup. My last breakup was like the hardest though. It was like kind of public. I don't know if you guys, it was like actually adapted into a feature film that was called The Shape of Water. A nice girl who dates a sea monster. I was the sea monster, so that did happen to me. But I was back on the market for a minute. Am I co-hosting? I was back on the market for a minute, and I downloaded Bumble, and I like have to say that I am living a fairy tale right now. Like I met someone off of Bumble who was so nice, and then she didn't want to date me anymore, and then at like 2 a.m. I went back on Bumble and I met someone by saying like the most charming thing I could think to say. I was like, hey, if you want someone to come over and eat you out, like I am your girl. But if you want to talk, like that's not me. And we've been dating for 6 months and I don't know how it happened, but like I also, like another thing that I don't know in that is like one day we're probably gonna have a dog together. And like how am I gonna tell that dog that their moms met through Bumble at 2 a.m. Like I'm like already triggered for that animal. I'm worried. Okay, no more new stuff. I'm done. The last time I was very like out and single. I decided that I wanted my dad to be more proud of my dating habits. He's like a very conservative Republican, so it like rarely goes well that I'm like this gay. I also say this gay, like I feel so gay. I know that I don't like look like a very gay person. But I went to Akbar to meet the person who I was gonna bring home to my parents and like make them proud. And I met someone like on the dance floor in the middle of like sweat and like the leftover steam of like 1,000 gay bodies that have just been like in and out of the same room over the course of like 5 minutes. I met someone in the middle of that kind of like misty situation, and it was like a face on my face, which was like a kiss, I guess, and it was like a green-haired kiss, and I learned that it was wearing a chastity belt, and I thought she was perfect. I don't know. And I decided in that moment that like I would probably have met the person to bring home to my parents as I had sought out to do. So I did the responsible thing and I said, let's go back to your place because I don't know you. Not mine. And we went back to her place and 15 seconds later, because like that's how lesbians have sex, we look at each other and we're like, they're very pretty. And then we go to bed. 15 seconds later, we're falling asleep and I looked up at the ceiling and I was like, oh, I'm actually the smartest person I know. There is a Jewish star. And my parents love that they're Jewish, they love Jews, it's gonna go really well, it's gonna go over exceedingly well. I'm laying there proud of myself in a stranger's apartment, I fall asleep, I wake up in the morning and I call an Uber, and I get in the car and he's like, hey, what's up, 3.4? And I'm like, hey, what's up? And I get in there and I'm like bragging to him. I'm like, I don't want to ruin your day because I know that you're probably never going to find love like this, but I did just meet someone who is perfect. And I go on to describe her and I'm like, and she's Jewish and I saw a Jewish star on the ceiling and I'm describing the Jewish star and I'm like, and it wasn't just Jewish, it was cool and it had designs in it. And he was like, oh, and he pulls up his phone and he's like, 3.4, you hooked up with a Satanist. Dennis, I don't need to know that. I don't need you telling me that right now. And then I was like, I guess that does make sense, Dennis, because yeah, I like looked up at the ceiling and there was a Satanist star. Yeah, that's correct. But also like the floors were black and the walls were red and there was like a lizard in the corner just kind of like watching the whole time. I swear, like under her breath, she was saying, I was you last week. That's all I have. I don't have anything else. Woo!
Okay. Thanks, Bobby. So it was